Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the...
James Farley.
In the beginning, but in the beginning. But in the beginning, if you at the beginning of the game is not at the beginning of the beginning. Because at the beginning, but yeah, in the beginning it's a bit of a slog in the beginning.
That
the beginning is terrible. At the beginning, in the beginning I thought beginning, but it got the in the beginning because in the beginning it's at the beginning. Because at the beginning it's in at the beginning of in the beginning that like the beginning in the beginning. So in the beginning I tried in the beginning. In the beginning it's from the beginning. In the beginning from the beginning as well.
I mean, he always says in the beginning.
Right at the beginning. One at the beginning was in the beginning. In the beginning, right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. In the beginning, it says in the beginning. It's at the beginning. No, at the beginning, but not at the beginning. Caught in the beginning. In the beginning, like right at the beginning. At the beginning. In the beginning, it's in the beginning. In the beginning. At the beginning of the beginning of the. In the beginning is at the beginning. At the beginning, it's the at the beginning. That in the beginning. In the beginning. At the beginning, you're at the beginning. At the beginning of what? At the beginning of yeah, because in the beginning of from the beginning, particularly in the beginning. At the beginning, in the beginning, I did in the beginning.
In the beginning. Anyway,
right at the beginning, right from the beginning. In the beginning, I really disliked the main character because she seems to be. I really disliked the main character at the start. Said in the beginning, and in the beginning, at the beginning, like in the beginning. In the beginning, I found it in the beginning of the beginning. In the beginning, like in the beginning of this, from the beginning. And
I said it at the beginning. I was saying the beginning.
You weren't here at the beginning, John, when we nonsense and everything. From the beginning of this show, at the beginning, as I said, at the beginning, at the beginning, everyone, the beginning, at the beginning of the, at the beginning of the, in the beginning, and then at the beginning was from the beginning. In the beginning, especially in the beginning was, and in the beginning, from the beginning, at the beginning, at the beginning, it was just in the beginning, like in the beginning. At the beginning, in the beginning, it was
in the beginning, everybody.
In the beginning, it's like from the beginning, like when in the beginning, it's like from the beginning, like in the beginning of like in the beginning as well. There was bits in the beginning from the beginning, like right at the beginning. I try like the stuff at the beginning because it's the stuff at the beginning is at the beginning, not at the beginning of like in the beginning because at the beginning since the beginning, and also it was at the beginning of and also in the beginning like there's one of the I just said in the beginning. But anyway, in the beginning, it's right at the beginning. At the beginning. In the beginning. But what we did in the beginning, was that really a thing from the beginning? In the beginning. From the beginning, right at the beginning. It's right at the beginning of that. You know, at the beginning, right from the beginning, at the beginning, in the beginning. And in the beginning, it's the beginning of the, at the beginning. Not like in the beginning, at the beginning.
Especially at the beginning, once at the beginning.
It's like at the beginning. In the beginning, they had, there you go. They're in the beginning. Also, because in the beginning of it, there's such a long, like, you know, the tutorial at the beginning. In the beginning, do you get what I mean?
None of us were there in the beginning.
There's this really odd bit at the beginning. At the beginning, right at the beginning, because in the beginning, I tried, like, in the beginning, to
get them in the head.
At the beginning. I mean, right at the beginning, in the beginning, I put a lot of my stuff. In the beginning, that is tough. Like in the beginning, it's the beginning is they meant in the beginning. This is just kind of the beginning. Things at the beginning with the beginning was
the beginning. It was not the beginning. It was
in the beginning. It feels. I've said it
in the beginning.
At the beginning. In the beginning. Oh fuck! Pops out right at the beginning, and in the fuck. When we began pod at the beginning, if you remember, like at the beginning of in the beginning, at the start.
At the beginning, At the beginning was in the beginning, right at the beginning of the game.
In the beginning, smash.
From the beginning to because I was enjoying that at the at the beginning of in the start of at the start. I need to say in the beginning, the fighting at the start.
In the beginning, but
at the beginning, at the start of the game, at the beginning, in the beginning,
in the beginning,
at the beginning, in the beginning. Do you know in the beginning when you? Oh fuck. At the beginning. You know, at the beginning. At the beginning, when at the beginning, and I don't know, maybe at the beginning, from the beginning, 5 or whatever now.
Dead parents in the beginning, and
right at the beginning. We'll see. Listening to that. That line at the beginning.
James is at the beginning.
Like at the beginning.
At the beginning. I've got to do it from the beginning again. You know, in the beginning, I had at the beginning, like in the beginning.
In the beginning.
At the beginning, actually. At the beginning, from the beginning. From the beginning of.
In the quizzing.
Not in the quizzing. In the quizzing.
Because also at the beginning.
In the quizzing.
In the quizzing.
At the beginning. In the beginning, at the start, right at the beginning.
In the beginning.
It makes it more special when you do it in the beginning.
In the beginning.
And the beginning was right from the beginning. Then in the beginning. At the beginning where
Matt, you're still right at the beginning, right?
Yeah, I'm still right at the beginning. There are
at the beginning it's quite
at the beginning.
From the beginning.
Wow.
At the beginning it's right from the beginning. At the beginning. There is a bit at the beginning. In the beginning, she done it at the beginning of the.
What happens at the beginning? Like at the beginning.
Like you know, like at the beginning. Where
That's right at the beginning.
no, that's not right at the beginning. And at the beginning, they don't give you enough at all at the beginning. Especially the beginning of the. Yeah, in the beginning. So
In the beginning.
in the beginning, at the beginning where they like right at the beginning. In the beginning, because
In the beginning.
did it say in the beginning?
It says in the beginning.
At the beginning, obviously from the beginning, you know, with
At that time, at the beginning.
Real at the beginning.
at the beginning.
I said at the beginning, like
I was saying at the beginning.
it's just so bland at the beginning.
We were taking the
when you have
piss
a
at the
laser.
beginning. It's like at the beginning of each.
At the beginning.
At the beginning.
I think at the beginning, there's a few at the beginning.
From the beginning, I
I
think.
think one at the beginning.
Quite right at the beginning.
This bit at the beginning.
Like at the beginning,
Yeah.
which is at the beginning. They at the
I
beginning.
think at the beginning, but
At the beginning of the
the beginning with
in the
Yeah.
beginning as well.
from the beginning. If
At the beginning. In the beginning. I don't
In
know.
the beginning.
Back on it. But in the beginning was
at the beginning, at the beginning, there's
At the beginning. At the beginning. At the beginning. This was
in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
in the beginning. It. I thought that they were just going to do. I might just go from the beginning. At the beginning when
At the beginning of.
I hated it at the beginning.
You might personally think that's bad at the beginning, but
But with that at the beginning, right from the beginning. At the beginning. The beginning. The beginning. In the beginning, it was something I worried about. In the beginning,
In the beginning. You know, like at the beginning.
enjoyed it in the beginning.
In the beginning, because
we had it at the beginning. But
At the beginning,
it wasn't the Big Bang. It was at the beginning, but
right at the beginning.